Hey, I'm Ben, creator of PlotStat, here to give you an overview of the platform. First, a little bit about the problem we're solving. We've all been using AI to solve various challenges in our daily lives, but it's a little bit chaotic with information distributed across different conversations and threads. That's where our platform comes into play. We structure and organize that content so it's easy to discover and use. Then we refine it and make sure it's accurate and relevant for specific jobs to be done. And on top of that, we enable humans to complete those tasks and jobs with purposefully designed tooling. The platform looks a little bit like this, with AI and generated content at the bottom. And on top of that, we have two key pillars of work, and that's research and testing. In order to enable those models of work, we created three different document types: briefs, dynamically generated documents, cohorts, which are virtualized groups of people, and evaluations, which are basically test runs that allow you to validate various concepts with cohorts. This allows you to do several different jobs, including things like getting hired and doing interview prep, starting a business or a new app, or testing an idea, whether it's a new product, concept, or feature. All right, let's have a look at some of those documents. Here we are on the PlotStat dashboard. You can see briefs, cohorts, evaluations, and presentations. Briefs allow you to create comprehensive documents for jobs like interviews, investments, and business ideas. Cohorts allow you to build virtualized groups of people for testing ideas and gathering feedback. And evaluations allow you to test your hypotheses and validate ideas by gathering insights from those cohorts. Finally, presentations, you can create generated slide decks from any of those documents. We'll have a look at a few of these now. Here I have an interview brief for a product designer role at Apple. You can see the content that was generated along the left-hand side and some suggested sections to add. As you scroll down the page, you can see things like company overview for doing research, the description of the role, salary range, and information about that range, and tools like resume analysis, or even questions that you might get asked. At any point, you can add sections, or you can refine sections as you see fit. Each interview brief has an interview mode and additional actions at the top. Now on to a business brief. Here we see a business brief I created for a skating rink. You can see content along the left-hand side, including things like financial projections to get an idea of whether this will be successful. And you can see the original details that I used to create this brief. And here, an investment brief for Google. Similarly, it has content that was automatically generated, including financial performance of the company, and an analysis of the investment with an overall rating. Now let's have a look at an evaluation. Here we evaluated remote work versus in the office work. The hypothesis we tested was employees would rather take a pay cut than commute to an office. And we asked several questions. The summary report answers those questions and gives a detailed insight and evaluation of the hypothesis across a number of cohorts that we chose to test this evaluation with. And lastly, here's a generated presentation on that skating rink business idea. You can see the slides that were generated from the brief, and you can enter a presentation mode and review the content. When you're ready to share this, you can click the share link and choose the slides you'd like to share, create a share link, and copy and paste it and send it to a friend.